What up, and welcome back to Pnoid News, man. Yo, look, it is Thursday, the 2nd of April, you know what I'm saying, after April Fool's Day and all the nonsense. Well, April Fool's Day came and went, and I'll be honest with you, man, I didn't see no tricks. I had motherfuckers out here talking about we got trolled yesterday, and yo, man, look, I do believe them motherfuckers was mistaken and not us, you know what I mean? It's what it is, but anyway, yo, look, I want to talk about the silver price today. All right, because there's things going on in the silver market that ought not to be going on in the silver market, right? Let's take a look at what the situation is. So here's the deal. So the price of silver right now is at $14.51, right? And I'll be honest with you, right? If you go down here to like what's going on, this is like when the COVID-19 started, right? This is like the middle of March. We get this 30-day silver map at the moment, right? This is patently ridiculous. It got down to $12, right? And it's still been kind of been hovering around 13, 14. Has yet to get back up to 15. Back at the beginnings of March and, you know, like the early part of this year, last year, it was at $19 an ounce. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? Like 1877 on the 16-day, 6 months high was 1860, 1957. Right, yo, we was up there in the price range as far as silver was concerned, you know. And I'll be honest, there's no silver being made right now. All right, like all the mines are closed and people can't ship anything. So the idea that the price of silver should be down right now is retarded. Like there's absolutely no reason whatsoever for this stuff to really be dropping in price or be getting any lower at all, right? So if you sit here and look, right, because you go out and you actually look at how much you can get silver for, right? Like some of these are collectibles, most of these aren't, you know what I'm saying? This is kind of just a, you know what I mean, a bar with a bullshit pressing on it, right? $202 for a 10-ounce bar, right? And that's without shipping. $198 for a 10-ounce bar. That's without shipping. So they're selling at $20 an ounce on the market right now. Right here, $199. Right. This is the Aztec coin. It's gonna be a little bit different, right? This here is a 4-ounce bar going for $106. That's around $25 an ounce. 5-ounce bar, right, going for $113. That's again, we're back around like $20 an ounce. 1 kilo bar, $631. That's gonna be around 100 ounces, something like that. I don't know why they're handing out that, you know, I mean, Metallo silver bar. I don't know why they're doing that for $631. Like that should probably be, you know, because that's, you know, I mean, that's 100 ounces. So like that shouldn't be going for $6.31 out. That's not real silver, right? This here is generic Buffalo coins, right? $24. 10-ounce silver Troy, $21. See what I'm saying? Like, yo, you're not getting in to silver, right, for any less than $20 an ounce on any real type of market. But if you look at their market and where they're at with their price of silver right now, you know, I mean, they're standing here trying to tell you that the price of silver is $14 an ounce. And we've all been trying to figure out what's going on. But what it is that they're basically diluting the paper market like they've never diluted it before. I've spoken about, you know, I mean, the paper versus, you know, I mean, like actual physical market, you know, I mean, a bunch of times on this channel. We've had conversations about what's going on with the paper market. So basically what it is it's speculation. So like if it's that fractional reserve nonsense where like if you have like an ounce of silver, you can, you know, I mean, stand here and release a whole bunch of contracts on that silver. You can, you know, 10 or whatever. Well, they're doing it to the point where it's like $300-$400 for every 1 ounce of physical silver or physical gold that's in the world. We're going to actually read an article here about gold. And I wanted to bring this to you. There's going to be a lot of big language in this, but like, yo, I think it's important that we understand what's going on. All right, because this should be illegal what they're doing. Like real shit. This should be flat out illegal. So we're going to check this out. All right. Introduction. With continuing problems with sieging the tag team COMEX Libra paper gold markets, where front month gold futures contracts now June continues to trade above the London spot price. The contango that emerged a week ago between New York, London gold price discovery duopoly shows no sign of abating. Nylon, New York, and London. All right. So while pricing suggests that the core ailment relates to buoyant bank liquidity problems faced by market makers in the London gold market, this didn't stop the London Bullion Market Association rushing out a statement last Tuesday, March 24th, in an attempt to shift focus to CME COMEX, saying that the London gold market continues to be open for business. There has, however, been some impact on liquidity arising from the price volatility in COMEX 100-ounce futures contracts. Lima has offered its support to CME Group to facilitate physical delivery in New York and is working closely with COMEX and other key stakeholders to ensure the efficient running of the global gold market. Notwithstanding that, on Tuesday, March 23rd, the London market had seen gold bid-ask spots spreads blowing out to U.S. 100 and Lima market makers breaching their responsibility to actively provide two-way price quotations. The Lima forged ahead, pinning the blame on COMEX, and bizarrely offered to support COMEX to facilitate physical delivery in New York. What this meant, said Lima embedded news wire routers, was that the Lima and executives of major gold trading banks asked Lima to allow 400-ounce bars to be used to settle COMEX contracts. Okay, so this is basically what they did. All right, anybody knows about Zimbabwe? Because this is, you know what I mean, it's almost the identical same thing. So Zimbabwe owed a whole bunch of money. All right, they had a whole bunch of money that was due to their creditors as a nation. So what they did was, instead of paying off through taxes or like selling off assets or something along this type of lines, they created a couple $1 trillion banknotes. All right, and basically just printed the money out of thin air and caused hyperinflation in their country to the point where they literally had to throw away their currency and start over again. So with that being said, that's exactly what they're doing here. They're doing it with 400-ounce gold bars that don't exist. Next Wednesday, March 25th, the CMA played out its part in the script, announcing the launch of new gold futures contracts with expanded delivery options that include 100 troy ounce, 400 troy ounce, and 1 kilo gold bars. But a contract which still has a unit size of 100 ounces, identical to the COMEX flagship GC 100 contract, enhanced delivery when black is white. Who launches a new exchange-traded product in the middle of the biggest financial crisis for generations? Only a set of panicking bankers, it would seem. And who has a fully developed new gold futures contract waiting in the wings to roll out the day after the gold market blows up? The same panicking bankers. Unbelievably, the CME has christened this new contract as the Gold Enhanced Delivery Futures Contract, code 4GC, which will, according to CME script, enable delivery in New York of kilo and 100-ounce and 400-ounce bar sizes for maximum flexibility. Plenty of paper, but delivery in New York, no chance. All right, so here's what they're saying, right? All right, with COMEX gold futures de facto physically deliverable in the name, and only Loco London never delivered to the COMEX despite the disinformation campaign from the LBMA Lima, which is the last thing in the minds of the CME Lima Axis is delivery in New York City. What is on the minds, right? What is on the minds of the Lima bullion banks, though, is that unable to control the COMEX gold price contango, they are now rushing to put in place a tighter leash for the existing GC 100-ounce contracts, which they will now have with inter-commodity spreads between 4GC and GC, all under control of unallocated gold in London. COMEX Aces versus Penn and Teller. While the mechanics of the new 4GC contract are left for future analysts, some people may be asking, how can a 400-ounce gold bar, the kind that are held by central banks, be used to physically settle a gold futures contract when a unit size of 100 ounces? For that, the CMA has rolled out one of its more sleight of hand tricks, introducing the CMA's accumulated certificates of exchange mechanism, an illusion which Penn and Teller will be proud of. A 400-ounce bar, says the CME, cannot be used to facilitate delivery of a single contract with a unit size of 100 ounce due to its larger size. Therefore, The ACE mechanism facilitates the conversion of 400-ounce bars in fractional units, which can be used for delivery. Once a 400-ounce bar is warranted, it can be assigned to the clearinghouse, and in return, the clearinghouse will issue 4 ACEs. Each ACE will represent an equal share of the ownership of the larger bar. That means that each 400-ounce bar will result in the issuance of 4 ACEs. ACEs can only be issued against the 400-ounce bars, not the smaller 100-ounce or kilo bars. Right. And I said earlier about kilo. I'm trying to think of how much a kilo is in an ounce, right? Because like I remember a pound 16 ounces, a kilo is 2.2 pounds. So actually it would be about 20. It's 100. Wait, hang on. That's 16 times 2. That's 32. So it'd be 38. 39, 40 ounces, something like that would be a kilo, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, all right, yeah. So actually that price was wrong. We looked at earlier, so it would be way higher than whatever it was. Anyway, and just like that, when you thought bullion banks and their front men, CME and Lima, could not get even more paper gold, they just went ahead and did, and it gets better since according to CME, once issues, ACEs can be held as long as necessary. A client can use ACEs to comply with short delivery requirements. If one ACE is reflecting one futures contract of 100 ounces, or it can be swapped back against a 400-ounce bar by exchanging 4 ACEs. A customer can comply with delivery requirements as ACEs or regular bars or a combination of both. A totally new meaning to holding all ACEs. All right, fast forward to March 30th, from the new gold enhanced delivery futures contract ready to start trading. The COMEX Daily Gold Vault Inventory Report, which lists 9 approved vaults in New York City and the surrounding areas, has just been published, showing a new set of lines items for 400-ounce bars. But, and here's the punchline, there are absolutely no 400-ounce gold bars listed on the entire report. Not one. This means there are 0 ounces of gold in the COMEX vault in the form of 400-ounce gold bars. For example, while the JP Morgan vault, the JP Morgan Chase Bank NA, shows positive quantities for gold ounces in the form of 100-ounce bars or 1 kilo bars classified or registered as eligible, the separate 400-ounce lines just seems under the heading JP Morgan Chase NA Enhanced Delivery 400-ounce of branch just repeats zeros. In COMEX parlance, registered gold means gold currency in the approved vault that COMEX approved vault operations previously attached warrants to as part of the COMEX future delivery process. On the other hand, eligible gold is related to the COMEX gold futures trading and could be owned by anyone. For example, mints, refinery, jewelry companies, investment banks, investment funds, banks, or individual. In addition to JP Morgan, a new line item for 400-ounce gold bar vault holdings is repeated across 6 other vaults, namely the vaults of the 3 security support carriers, Brinks, Loomis, and Malka Ament. The 2 Delaware approved vaults are Delaware Depository and IDS of Delaware, and the Manhattan-based Mantra Tradella and Books MTD. All right, yeah. Yeah, right here it says Brinks Incorporated Enhanced Delivery 400-ounce. Registered 0, eligible 0, total 0. Brinks Incorporated registered 40,000, eligible 183,000, total 223,000, right? And so, like, this is just how many actual ounces that Brinks has, and this is the enhanced delivery 400-ounce. They don't have any 400-ounce bars. But very suspiciously, and this is the other key point, the 2 other big vault operators, along with JP Morgan, dominate COMEX vaulting in New York, namely HSBC and the Bank of Nova Scotia, do not have new line items on the report for new 400-ounce gold bar category. HSBC and Scotia are mysteriously absent. Does this mean these vaults are holding back on reporting 400-ounce bars? Are having asked for an exclusion because any 400-ounce bars would have been reported under the eligible gold category? Conclusion. What all this means. There is not one even vaulted 400-ounce gold bar in the whole of New York. Why is COMEX rushing in a new contract deliverable in 400-ounce gold bars when it's reporting that there are 0 400-ounce gold bars in its approved vaults? Is this all just a smoke and mirrors exercise with the bullion bankers in London and New York laughing over champagne as mainstream news report claimed that the very same bankers are scrambling to charter private jets laden with gold bars from London and New York? And finally, are JP Morgan vault staff currently scrambling to rush 400-ounce bars across the tunnel between the New York Fed Gold Vault and the Chase Manhattan Gold Vault under Liberty Street in southern Manhattan? Inquiring minds would like to know. Well, the truth is, right, is that they're literally just lying. It's that simple. They're flat out fucking lying. That's the reality of shit. They're forcing down the price and selling gold that they don't have. Because it's literally easier for them to sit here and sell off gold that they don't have and make money that way than it is to actually report the amount of gold that they're holding and not sell extra fucking gold that they don't have and watch the shit end up gaining value. Because everybody has gold, right? Like these countries have all gold and all this stuff. They have a problem to where they have no way to make money off of it. That's the issue. It's just sitting in a vault. So they consider it to be a liability instead of an asset because it's not gaining value, right? It's not paying them a dividend. But the reality is that gold, right? You know, I mean, you're not supposed to buy gold and silver to get rich. You're supposed to buy gold and silver as a hedge or as a safety play against instability and inflation. That's what gold and silver is there to do, right? You know, you wear it around your neck. It's not there for you to make money off of. And they don't care. They want to make money off of it. And while they're trying to make money off of it, they're destroying its value in the regular market and actually really committing massive amounts of fraud. And that needs to fucking stop right now. Like that shit somebody needs to deal with these motherfuckers. And every time this shit comes up, one of them goes to jail. Right. Like they send some bullshit middle manager to jail. And then they keep on going with their fucking schemes. This is patently ridiculous. They need to let gold and silver rise to the price it's supposed to be at, which I don't know what it is. I mean, like right now at this point, you could possibly, like, there's nobody out here because like Peter Schiff sounded like a crazy person when he said $5,000 gold, right? And like we were all like, that's not unreasonable. You know what I mean? Like you do the math, it's not unreasonable. Because, like, you're talking about demand, supply and demand, right? If there's a lack thereof of supply and a massive amount of demand, the price goes up. It's that simple. It'll stabilize once demand kind of eases off a little bit. Because everybody goes, all right, well, it's out of reach. You know what I'm saying? It gets to a point where it's too fucking expensive. You know, I mean, there's a reason why people aren't paying billions of dollars for Ferraris and Bugattis and shit. Right? And by the way, the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ, they had the ticker I got across the bottom. Yeah, it's nonsense at the moment. I apologize. I didn't update it. But, yeah. You know, I mean, the reason why you don't pay billions of dollars for Ferraris is once it gets to a certain price, there's only a certain amount of people who can afford it. And that's what gold and silver will do. Legit. It'll run up to a certain point where, like, you know, I mean, demand gets past the point of where individuals are able to afford it. And then, you know, it'll stop making that run. It's that easy. You know what I mean? People stop buying it because they can't afford it. It's that basic. You know, it's kind of like only a certain fraction of the population can afford it at a certain point. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, 5,000 an ounce gold is that's not unreasonable to think about that. You know what I mean? 400 an ounce silver, not unreasonable. Legit. You know, it's really not that far outside of the realm of possibility. So, you know, that's kind of where the mentality is. Anyway, man, yo, look, I'm Tom Pizza Pnoid News. You know how this operates. Like, share, and subscribe. You know what I mean? Come back here for more videos. I'll holler at y'all later. Have a good day. I'll be back this evening. Peace.